Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. If you are new here, you can call me Isabella. This is a channel that I have dedicated to talking about things that make me happy. Life, music, mostly music. I am learning jazz from the ground up. So I'm hoping that this is a place where people feel inspired, where people can kind of scope out the process, see if that process is for them. Yeah, I've thought about taking piano lessons. Yeah, I've thought about taking jazz lessons. Is it possible? Let's find out. Okay, random fact about me. You can see that I'm outside. I love outside. I love gardening. I love flowers. I have a vegetable garden. Things that I grew for the first time this year would include eggplant and corn. I've never grown corn before. It was so exciting. I got a few raspberries. I had never grown raspberries before. Broccoli. I've never grown broccoli before, so I started with peppers and tomatoes. Those are easy. Some jalapeno peppers, some banana peppers. All of those things are so easy to grow. From there, we moved on to like pole beans, green beans. Those are wonderful. Anyway, I love flowers, any kind of flower. Every flower that I can get to grow, I want to have that flower near me. So, okay, so that's the random fact about me, the get to know each other part. Oh, also, why am I outside? Two reasons. One, the light fixture over my piano nook is out. And the reason number two is my boys are busy bees inside, cleaning and loading the dishwasher. And I thought I'd come outside so you didn't hear all of their noise. But the cicadas. Hear the cicadas? Man, they're noisy. Okay, today's lesson. Today's lesson was just in time. I needed today's lesson because I was feeling a little overwhelmed yesterday. Now, I feel like it's okay to admit that because I'm telling you I love each and every note. It doesn't have to be, you know, very complex at all. That I'm trying to enjoy the process, and I am enjoying the process. My homework was to come up with rhythms, questions, and answers. I was supposed to answer my teacher's question. So if you're new here, what does that mean, question and answer? In music, we keep going back to Für Elise because it's something that everybody's familiar with. The question would be da 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 da, right? You hear that over and over again. It becomes familiar to you, right? The answer would be da 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 da, and then you come back to your question da 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 da, right? And then with question and answer, you can write a song. Well, they keep going back and forth between write and answer a question with just two pitches. Da 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 da. It doesn't sound like music to me, so I struggle. Just two pitches is kind of hard, and I was having a hard time seeing why are we doing this? And my teacher brought it back into perspective for me today. We are learning to improvise. We're not making music, we're not writing music, we're improvising. We're coming in on time. We're training our brain to come in on time, to stay within your measures, to know where beats 1 and 3 are, to know where beats 2 and 4 are, to know where your lets are, to practice coming in on beat 1, pause, don't come in on beat 1, come in on beat 2. In fact, today, oh, I wish I was at my piano because I was kind of, before lessons, trying to come up with my own little question. I came in on beat 3, and at the end of my second measure, I ended on beat 1. And I thought that was really cool. It sounded really neat. Hi, my neighbors. So, okay. So what was today's lesson about? Today's lesson, we are working our way up to 4 measure questions and answers. I'm not quite there yet. I'm supposed to back up and do the 1 pitch question, come up with, I'm sorry, did I say 1 pitch? 2 pitch. My 2 pitch question, come up with a 2 pitch answer. Slowly start adding more pitches. But let me tell you what I learned today. A tonic. I didn't know what a tonic was. I've heard Harry Connick Jr. say that before, but she taught me today what a tonic is. If you're in the G scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Your ones are your tonic. Your tonic is the one of your scale. Okay, that's simple. I asked her, when do you use that? And that was too complicated for our little 30-minute lesson for jazz. So we'll get there eventually. But when you're doing question and answer, okay, if you remember how I was saying how I don't know where to land when I'm giving my answer, this was hard, I don't know where to land. I landed on the supertonic, which I think is super cool. The supertonic is the note just in front of the tonic. So in that way, here was my question. Da 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 da. Right? That's my question. You need an unfinished answer. So today's lesson was about finished answers versus unfinished answers. So da 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 da. Unfinished answer. Da 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 da. There's that tonic, the A just over the G. I'm telling you what. That is exciting. That sounds really, really cool. I love that. Okay, so then it was my job to repeat the question. Da 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 da. Then give a finished answer. Da 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 da. I ended on the tonic, on the G. I wish I was at the piano playing that, but I never realized that a song is finished when it ends on the tonic. I didn't know that. If you start a song in G, it ends on G. Now, what's crazy is I've done that my whole life. When I'm playing a song, I end in the key I started with. How did I never notice that before? But all of the pieces to the puzzle are really starting to paint a picture now that it's like, my moment, you know? And I am quite certain that I will have many, many more aha moments to come in the future. We're learning to write music. We're learning to write our own music. Is there structure? Is there guidelines to that? Yes. Yes, there are. And this is one more piece to the puzzle that is helping me finish my picture. You end your song on a tonic. How cool is that? That was my lesson. So we're going to practice this week, going back a little bit, giving 2 pitch questions and answers. And after a while, we're going to add a few more pitches. We're going to give finished answers and unfinished answers. And I love that. We're learning to write music, you guys. All of these little puzzle pieces, my teacher compared it to building a puzzle. We are taking each and every puzzle piece, hand painting those. For her, it's different than me. Her puzzle piece sounds different than my puzzle piece, but it's going to work together to build our puzzle. Another friend of mine compared it this way. This is what he said to me. 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours to master something. Now, I don't know if he was trying to be encouraging or what that did was put this mountain in front of me. And that mountain looks really big. Can I climb this mountain? It's awfully big. 10,000 hours. How do you climb a mountain? One step at a time. How do you complete a puzzle? One piece at a time. How do you learn jazz? One lesson at a time. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, whatever it is that you've put your hand to do, whatever you are trying to learn, whatever you're trying to accomplish, when you feel overwhelmed, don't quit. Rest. I have had times in my life where I walked away from music because it just got overwhelming. Why? I guess I'm in a hurry. This is not a race. I need to teach myself to slow down, right? The tortoise won the race. Why? Because he did it the right way, step by step, step by step. So don't quit. Rest. Go back to the parts that you struggle with. Take your time with them. Simplify them. Break them down. All the way back to clapping rhythms if you have to. right? Add just 2 notes to that. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now I told her that doesn't sound like music. That's what's so challenging for me, and what got so discouraging is because that doesn't sound like music yet, and it certainly doesn't sound like jazz. She says it doesn't have to. When we start learning our jazz chords and scales, and we apply that to that same rhythm, oh, then it's gonna sound like jazz. Then it's gonna sound like music. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And this is Isabella's Jazz Journey. I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for your love and your support and your encouragement. Also, if you have any questions for me, put those in the comments. I'll try to answer those if I can. I'm also on the hunt for jazz piano artist recommendations. So if you have a favorite jazz pianist that you like to listen to, I would love to check that out. I want to immerse myself on my 10,000 hour journey. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.